Hello and welcome to the presentation of purchasing module within ERPmine. So purchasing is nothing but an interaction between the supplier and the company. So the first thing, a quote will be received from the supplier, basically from different suppliers. So we would choose one of the quote as the winning quote. Once a winning quote has been chosen, we can send them an purchasing order to confirm our purchase. Based on that, supplier would supply the goods to us and send a supplier invoice to us, and we would send them payment for that invoice. So this is an high level on the procurement process, the purchasing process. Let's just quickly see how ERPmine handles this. So with ERPmine's 2.9 version, you should see purchasing module or the purchasing tab if it is enabled on the settings. So you should see it here. So under purchasing module, the first thing you want to create is an RFQ, request for quote. So once a request for quote has been generated, we can distribute that across different suppliers and start getting quotes from them. So RFQ details are pretty simple. So you just give it a name and then a period for validity of that RFQ. And once an RFQ is generated, we can start receiving quotes from them, from our suppliers. So yeah, to do that, you'll have to create the suppliers first within the system. So these are the different suppliers, and the individuals who work within the supplier would be the supplier contacts. So those can be created as well here, the supplier contacts. So the supplier, once the supplier and the supplier contacts are created, we can start receiving quotes from them. So these are some of the quotes received for a particular RFQ, and once you've received all the quotes, so we can start investigating them and see which one you want to award the bid for. And so once you have selected a winning quote, you have to basically click on this checkbox to indicate that this is the winning quote. You can put some notes also here, winning notes. So once a winning quote has been selected, we can issue a supplier order to that supplier. The purchase order to that supplier. So these are the details of this is one of the purchase orders. And, to look at the details within the purchase order, these are the details of the purchase order. And so once a purchase order has been issued to the supplier, so they would supply the goods and send us the supplier invoice. So this is the supplier invoice list page. And these are the details of the supplier invoice. And a supplier invoice has already been paid by us, and then the payments would also be listed here, supplier payments. And supplier payments also has its own sub-tab. So supplier payments are listed here, and these are the details of the supplier payment. So the payment can be wire transfer, check, or cash, and these are the details of that particular payment. So from a functionality point of view, that is pretty much the functionalities. And there's also a reports called purchase cycle reports, and this pretty much gives the number of days we have taken in each of the steps within the purchasing cycle. So it gives you the number of days we took for the winning quote, and the number of days it took to issue and purchasing order, and after that duration it took for receiving a supply invoice, and then number of days we took to pay for that supplier. Kind of gives you the time we spent in each of the stages of the purchasing process. So that's pretty much it on the purchasing module for ERPmine. Hope you guys liked it. Please feel free to download it and use it, and let us know your feedback. And as always, if you all have any questions related to installation, support, or any customization or any hosting help, please feel free to contact us. We'll be more than happy to help you guys. These are our contact information. Thank you very much for your time. We'll see you soon.